Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is Katelyn, and today we are doing a super fun collab. I think it's one of the biggest I've been in, because I've done 3 people collabs, and then I've done like one-on-one collabs, but today we have 4 artists, including me, participating in this really big collaboration. So my buddy Aussie Crafter reached out to me and talked to me about a really fun collab idea that she had after seeing some of my emoji challenges. So basically how this goes is myself and the other artists each got to pick one emoji, and then we were gonna combine all the emojis together into the final creation. And then what's even cooler is each of us work in different medium. So all of us are gonna be making something completely different, but all from the same emojis. And I think that's really freaking cool. So I'll kick this off on my side of the channels. Hi, my name is Katelyn, and I chose the bison emoji.
Di the Aussie Crafter here, and I'm choosing the mushroom emoji.
I'm Ash Bentley from the channel Ash Bentley, and I chose stars. Don't look at that, it's a spoiler, don't look at it.
Hi there, I'm Allicsirp Art, but you can call me Priscilla, and I chose the octopus emoji.
So now we got all of our fun emojis picked out. I'm excited to jump in and make a creature off of mine. I want to make sure that you guys also go check out everyone I'm collaborating with as well after this video. I have all their links down in my description. Go check them out because they're all gonna be really awesome. We're all so different, and it's really cool to see how we all handled these emojis completely differently. So let's jump in and get some sketches going. All right, so time to start sketching. I did get some inspiration before I started sketching, so I wanted to walk you through some of the things I was thinking. So first off, with the mushroom emoji, I knew that I could use that to my advantage and do a couple of different types of mushrooms because there's so many different ones out in the world. So I was like, let's just go ham. Let's pick a couple of different mushrooms. So first off, I picked lion's mane to kind of replicate the back fur of the bison. I thought that would work really well. And then I thought he'd be really cute to have like a little mushroom cap. And while I was looking for those, I found a mushroom called the veiled lady. And I thought it would be really cool to have this weird, mysterious veil type of thing to it. When I did that first initial face sketch, I'm like, that'll be really dope. So I basically took the top half of the veiled lady and made it like a cap, and then the veil went over the rest of the face of the bison. And then with the octopus part, I was like, I wonder if there is a mushroom out there that almost looks like octopus tendrils. And I actually found one. I didn't think I would get that lucky, but there's one called the devil's fingers. Basically, they're these like weird red tendrils with like chunks of like, I guess like black webbing texturing on top of it. And I was like, that would be perfect to combine with the octopus tentacles. So with those inspirations in mind and the sketch figured out, it was time to go in and get my final render going. And this one was just an overall weird and interesting creature because it was just such a fun combo of emojis. And I was like, how am I going to use all these? I knew I wanted to do the main body as the bison and then integrate little bits of the octopus like through these like cool whiskers and then converting the tail to more of like an octopus tail. And I wanted it to all look like it went well together, not like I was just slapping parts on to different areas. That's what I've been trying to make sure that my creatures look, I guess, cohesive. That's the word. And so with that, I feel like the mushrooms, I think I could have integrated a little bit differently to make sure they were a little more cohesive, but I still really like how they turned out. And then I think the one that was the most interesting from the emojis was the star emojis. I was like kind of struggling at first to figure out how to integrate that into the creature itself. And I was thinking, well, we could do like some parts of it light up. Like there's some mushrooms out there that are bioluminescent. So maybe we could make parts of him like kind of light up like stars, or we could add like a star patterning to him in different areas. And then I was thinking to myself while I was doing the initial rough sketches, I'm like, how cute would this be if this creature like lived in the swamp, but like fireflies followed it wherever it went? Like basically the mushrooms that live on this thing's back could be like a good food or habitat source for these little fireflies. And so maybe they have some type of symbiotic relationship between each other. And so the fireflies tend to follow this like bison creature around, and it could be almost like a firefly bringer. Like if you see maybe a large horde of fireflies, you know that it's like following the trail of this creature as it walked through the swamps. I don't know. That was just kind of an idea for the lore overall. And maybe the veil type of thing that comes from the mushrooms, maybe that's different per creature. Like maybe some of them have it with age. Oh, that'd be cool. Maybe the veil slowly grows with age. And so if you see one that's like a fully veiled face, you know that this one has been around in the swamp for a very long time. Maybe that would be pretty cool. I don't know. What do you guys think? And for a lot of my monster mashes going forward, I've been trying to add them in like their environment and in their background. This isn't going to be constant, but I'm trying to force myself to do more backgrounds because I don't like painting backgrounds or drawing them as much. But I think it comes from a place of discomfort since it's not like a usual thing for me. So I'm like, I got to force myself to practice. And so I thought it would be really cute to put it in this like kind of like swampy pond-like environment and maybe have it interacting with the water. I get like kind of Mononoke vibes from this of like, I could see it being similar to the forest spirit where it can like walk across the water was like my viewpoint. And this is very much like a mythical fae like creature. I could see it having some type of magical abilities or magical powers. And so it defies the laws of gravity and can walk across water. And I thought that'd be like really cool and like kind of give it a really fun mood to the piece overall to have it interacting with its environment here as well. And the veiling ended up taking probably the longest for this creature overall. I was trying to make it look similar to the Veiled Lady pattern. Which is interesting because it can't be perfect. You can't make it like a perfect little lattice texture. You have to make it kind of different in different shapes because it just looks more natural that way. And so that took a little while longer. And then I was like, wait, I need to put a back layer because I could see this thing kind of encasing the face in the veil. So I put like a back gray layer that's a little more in shadow behind the face. And that surprisingly took the longest. I didn't think that would take very long, but man, drawing each of those little veil openings, I guess, took a while. But I think it still turned out really cute. And so from here, it was time to get stuck in and figure out where I was placing different colors. Like I knew I had like the lion's mane, which was more in those white tones, and then figuring out what I wanted to keep in those brown tones from the bison. And then we had the really fun, like reddish tone from the devil fingers / the octopus. And so I just had a lot of fun penciling in where all these colors would go and then kind of wrapping them up and combining them to give a lot of life and color to this creature. I also ended up carrying over the devil finger patterning along the legs instead of just on the whiskers, because at first I was like, oh, I'll put it on the parts that are like the octopus and like devil finger adjacent look. But I was like, no, I think we need a little bit more to it. And I thought it looked really cool going up the legs and along the back. It just added so much more to it and like some really cool texturing overall. Looking back and like seeing this final render, I do wish that I messed around with a little bit of the colors. Like I like the lion's mane being white, but I'm wondering if it's too much of like a harsh contrast with the rest of the creature's look. It does match with the veil, so I think it works pretty okay, but I think maybe in the future I'll experiment with some other colors for this creature before it potentially goes in a creature compendium or something. Because like while I like the browns, I think I could have taken all of the browns and put them more in like a red tone to kind of match the reds of the octopus and other stuff. I think it still looks really cute. His little mushroom cap is adorable, and maybe that's how like the brown ties in with the rest of the body. But yeah, I think he's really cute, and I had a lot of fun adding the little star fireflies and having the glow effect applied to this creature. I think it just gives it such a fun little moody atmosphere. And just like, I don't know, it gives him like a gentle appearance, like this big burly creature is guiding these little tiny firebugs around. And I don't know, he just seems so cool. And like, I think if you interacted with him in the wild and like encountered him, maybe not the best with encountering fake creatures, you know, it's always hit and miss on if they'll help you or hurt you. But I feel this one would maybe bestow some type of gift or something to you if you like are treating the environment right or showing respect for the forest around you. I think this one would give some type of gift or some boon or something really cool to you just for being like a good patron of the forest. And there we have it. Here is my, I don't know what I'd call him, my firefly bringer, my bride of the swamp. People have been joking that it looks like it's almost like a wedding veil based off of the mushroom that I chose. But I don't know, I thought it would give him like a cool, mysterious like look. I don't know for sure, but I really had fun with this one. This one was much more in the kind of weird fantasy realm for me for combining these different ones. And then I had a lot of fun combining like the octopus portions for like really cool whiskers and a cool tail. I just really like how this one turned out. It was just a very weird and fun combination. I'm excited to hear what you guys think down in the comments, and let me know if there's like some lore that you can think of for this guy. I know I talked about some during like the drawing portion, but let me know if there's something you think of where you're like, Katelyn, this would be perfect for some backstory for this. I would love to hear your guys' thoughts down below. Again, thank you to Aussie Crafter, Ash, and Priscilla for collaborating with me today. This was a really fun collab. Make sure you go check out their videos. I think they're going to be super sick, and it's going to be really cool to see how they interpreted the emojis in a totally different medium, which is even better. Make sure to go show them support, give them a subscribe, a high five for me. And thank you guys again for collaborating with me. I want to give a shout out to my patrons. Thank you guys so much again for supporting my channel. If you guys would like to get this month's mail club or behind the scene access to art that I'm working on for upcoming videos, you can go check out my Patreon. For those who are new here to the channel, I recently cut over to going full time, and I'm trying to make this YouTube thing and like my own business work. So basically any help on Patreon or subscribing or liking here is a huge help for me in my business. So I really appreciate your guys' support. Thank you again so much for checking out this video. I hope you like the collab. I love this weird little creature that we made, and I'll catch you all next time for another video. Bye, everybody.